actually headhunting for the payments and cards domain throughout Europe, as well as Asia, the US and Latin America. There we work with specific payment companies, so we work with PSPs, we work with acquirers, but we also work now more with fintech companies, as well as with e-commerce companies who look for people with a specific payments background. Basically.
So why should the readers and viewers of FinTech Finance look to use you guys for their recruitment needs?
Good question. I think we are very good in being able to know what is going on in the market because we only focus on working with companies within the payment space. We know the trends and developments that are going on. We can speak the language. I think that's important from a candidate's point of view as well as from a client point of view. I think the threshold now to come on the market and say that you're a recruiter or you're a specialist, whether it's in payments or any other industry, is very low, right? I mean, everyone can have a LinkedIn account, everyone can approach people, but you only get one shot at a first impression, so it's important that you leave a good impression. And that means for candidates that you speak the payment language, that you know what you're talking about, you know what is going on, and that you are capable of representing the clients in the best way, and I think we are very good at doing that.
Superb. Now, the payments industry, it sometimes moves quite slowly. Sometimes you'll get something come along and it completely changes. What do you see as being the biggest change in the industry over the last few years?
I think regulation is coming up more and more. So if you look at, or I like to kind of draw the similarity between where banking was a couple of 100 years ago, where there was nothing and banks were on the rise and still more and more regulations were coming into play. That's happening within payments now as well. I think there's still a lot of room for growth. There's still a lot of gray area basically that companies can use or tap into, which is why there's still such a huge market for companies to start up. Fintech's obviously coming on the market. But I think, yeah, like I said, I think regulation is the biggest, or has the biggest impact on that whole development and will have continuously, obviously now with the PSD2, for example.
What are you looking to continue doing in 2017 that sums you up?
Continue the providing companies within the payment space in helping them grow, helping grow the industry. Basically, I think for clients that means that we help them find the right candidates. Because it's such a small industry, it's very easy to know if candidates do what they say they do, and if we can actually put them in the companies that are best suitable for them. In 2017, our goal is to work with more clients, work with more candidates. As I said, grow the industry even further, develop it maybe even further. But yeah, we're not payment experts, so it's really about, I mean, it's no rocket science either, so I don't want to make it more complicated than it is. It's really just doing recruitment.
And lastly, how have you enjoyed this year's MPE?
Really good. This is the third time I've been here now. It's been growing ever since I came, obviously. It's much nicer, I think, than the bigger ones, the huge ones that are out there as well, because there are quite some events now. I like that it's very intimate. I like that there are a lot of C-level people, good decision makers, nice presentations. It's a great event altogether.